All right, guys, the mic is on. We are live, brand new Take Aim. And this episode is devoted to everybody within the next month, 2 months, 3 months before hunting season. If you're getting a brand new rig, we're talking about arrow rest in this episode. So, crucial part of gear that you have to have. So, hope you enjoy the show. I picked out 7 great rests for you guys to look at, no matter what style of shooting you may favor. So, check out some of these products. Some of them you've probably heard before. Some might be new, but they're awesome rests, top-of-the-line stuff. So hope you guys enjoy. Okay, everybody, we are back. Brand new Take Aim podcast. And I thought it'd be cool to do kind of a guide series with special time of year where everybody kind of gets their new gear and puts together, usually about now until hunting season. You know, archery sales ramp up and guys are putting together brand new rigs. So I thought it'd be cool every week, every 2 weeks in between guests to break down some of the really cool products in each category, from bow sights to arrows and broadheads and arrow rest, and kind of figure out what you can do to trick out your bow. So this week we're going to cover top 5 or 6 badass top of the line arrow rest and figure out what fits your guys' needs with what's out there on the market today. But these are top choice, pretty awesome arrow rest, and pretty much you couldn't go wrong with any of the rests that are out right now. So first one on the list today would be the Ripcord Max Micro. The Max Micro retails around $175. So just so you guys know, give or take, every store is going to be a little bit different on these prices. But they have a firefall system that drops the launcher when you fire, so not necessarily when you let down. So so basically, if you draw back, let back down, it will not, the launcher will not slap down. So it will actually stay up, which is really nice. And that's called the right time fall away system. But the redesign doesn't have, which is really cool. I never kind of really cared for the red launcher and all that, but this is pretty much all black with some different accents on it. But the ultra slim launcher fully guides arrow during the first few inches of travel before falling away to provide the absolute vein clearance. 46% more than traditional designs. Ripcord's always been known for a super fast launcher, and this one is also micro adjustable, lets you fine tune the rest for the ultimate broadhead accuracy. Full-time arrow containment, which is really nice, obviously. So if you tip, go sideways, canter the bow, your arrows contain. But it's really nice rest. Let me see, what else am I missing on here? It is, okay, so the exchange blade angle, so full-time arrow containment, which we just talked about. Peace of mind as you move, draw your bow. Exchange blade angle paired with double down brake eliminates bounce back. So the launcher is basically, once it slaps down, it's not going to bounce back up and interfere with your arrow travel. Thumb cock max on the launcher itself is positioned conveniently. Ball bearing driven system, which is really nice because it's going to be nice and quiet as well. So really nice looking rest, by the way, too. That is pretty much on the steeper end of the pay grade for the rest on the list today, but very nice looking, way nicer looking, a lot more adjustability than the previous Ripcords that I really like, but just sweet looking rest, no doubt. All right, we'll keep it rocking. So everybody knows about QAD, Ultra Rest, HDX, and they have another version of the Ultra Rest and the MXT. But this year, they're doing these rests in Gore or Sitka Gore Optifade patterns, and which would be the elevated, subalpine. I cannot talk today, so I apologize, guys. Open country patterns. But roughly, these are going to retail around $250 for the MXT, and the HDX will be $160. And like I said, they'll be offered in those patterns because a lot of bow companies this year in the past couple of years, like including Prime. Hoyt does a few, I believe, now in Sitka. So has Matthews over the years. But the MXT features a 90-degree launcher angle and is proven to be the most accurate position. Laser cut felt provides dead quiet draw, which that's one thing I always thought was really cool about the Ultra Rest when I've had one or two on some of my rigs, is they provide you in the package a little cool, like I just read, laser cut felt. And it's real quiet little felt. You can wrap it around your launcher, and it fits perfectly, which is really awesome. And rubber dampeners absorb the vibration to provide stealthy shooting against, the jitters. And all USA made. The MXT features lockdown technology and, again, a zero bounce back feature, which is really nice. Like I said, doesn't interfere with your arrow travel. And users can precisely tune the rest with micro-adjustable windage and elevation, anti-backlash technology, full containment, again, which is really nice. So if you can't shoot your bow or if you're trying to spot and stalk and you just get a little too sideways with it or turn it upside down, the arrow stays right in there. And zero fletching contact on the Ultra Rest, as always. Really sweet. Ultra Rest has done a great job over the years improving these designs, and it's a really sweet looking rest and really cool in that Optifade pattern. I'm not a huge fan of the Sitka camo patterns, but the rest looks pretty cool in it, to be honest. So up next on the list for what I think is another great arrow rest is by HHA. And then pretty much all you guys know, HHA for years has made one of the best sights and most popular sights ever on the market, called the Optimizer series. A bunch of single pin adjustable sights that have always been awesome and a staple in the industry for a long time. But the HHA Virtuous is really cool what they're doing here. An average of 22 veterans in America take their lives daily. So that's the number HHA Sports aims to reduce by contributing 2.2% of all the Virtuous VR22 arrow rest out. So, which is really staying up on the part of HHA. And that's called Operation HHA USA Project. A cause that involves veterans in the pursuit of archery hunting to help them after they get out of the service, or, veterans that have been in war. So the Virtuous VR22 features zero bounce back, which is mandatory, I think, as we're getting through these rests. Patent pending LBS, which is a braking system. The launcher supports the arrow longer than most rests, which I think is important too, provides total vein clearance. So what that arrow is going to do is going to try to get through 50% on that arrow rest before that launcher drops down. But another great thing with HHA products is they have a 100% lifetime warranty. If the product fails, HHA will repair it or replace it, return it to the customer within 48 hours, which is absolutely amazing and awesome. And HHA is a very cool company. Laser cut felt is provided to line the launcher, silence arrow contact, which is awesome. And really nice. This one is really kind of price friendly at $129.99, which, man, you can't beat that. It's awesome. And sweet looking rest, comes in all black, but it's very, very cool and very stand up what they're doing for their work with veterans, which is phenomenal. So the next one we're going to talk about is pretty much our first limb-driven rest. This is from G5, called the C-Max. Now the C-Max has been out for a couple of years now, and to be honest, this is kind of one of my favorite designs on a rest. I really like it. It is fully contained, and it's basically like our first limb-driven rest on this list that I have today. But you can do it two different ways. You can do the top or bottom limb, but this thing offers 360 degrees. There's no gap. It's completely arrow containment at its finest. No more arrows jumping off the launcher as you draw. The C-Max launcher raises either. This is really cool too, because I believe the other ones you have to. Actually, I won't even say that. I don't know, because I haven't had a limb-driven rest. But so scratch that thought. But the C-Max raises either when you push the large G5 button on the rest itself, so you can actually just push it and it will raise the launcher part. Either way, or you can draw back. So either way you can do it. So which is really cool. Limb activated design, like I said, ensures guidance but drops down immediately before fletching passes through, which is really cool, providing clearance with even high profile vanes. Just the design is really sweet. I played around with this rest at ATA, very, like everything G5 does, very well made. You can tell the tolerance, the way it's machined. There's no play in anything. If you were just to try to move the launcher, it barely moves. I mean, like, it is great quality. It's top notch. Another really cool thing that I thought, not that a lot of these rests weigh a lot, but this thing weighs in at just 2.7 ounces. That's it. So you hardly even know it's on the riser. You don't feel it. There's no shock through it. But one of my favorite rests out. And again, it's super friendly on the money clip. $135 roughly. And G5's been a long time staple at stores like Bass Pro, Cabela's, so accessible and easy for retailers, for us consumers to find it, which is really nice as well. So another rest I really like is the brand new, I think it's a year old now, from Trophy Ridge. And every year Trophy Ridge will come out with, little upgrades or little, extra things they've done to improve from last year, which I've always been a fan of Trophy Ridge. Lately, the last couple of years, they've done great work with their accessories from their sites, have been phenomenal. And now this arrow rest, I think, is one of the top ones on the list. So on the Trophy Ridge level, this new rest that's out from them, man, this thing's awesome. And I'm going to wait to tell you the price till afterwards, but it which is really cool. Specialty from Trophy Ridge is they do vertical drop. So it's not like the launcher that leans or lays down forward. This is straight up, straight down, which in my opinion is probably the best way to do a rest like this. One of the reasons I like the C-Max from G5 as well. It's a straight up, straight down rest, but the level weighs just 3 ounces, has a V-notch launcher. So basically any size type of arrow, you don't have to worry about changing any kind of inserts or anything like that, but has a rubber launcher inserts that dampen the noise as the bow is drawn. The level offers easy loading and is constructed of 100% engineered aluminum with the rest, so you never have to worry about it falling off the launcher. But like I said, very cool, micro adjustable. It's contained and it's easy to get your arrow in and off the rest. So it's basically like 90% contained. There's a rubber arm or I don't want to say launcher, but rubber arm that comes down, and there's a small little space right there where you can slide the arrow in and out. But like I said, I love the fact that it's a vertical drop technology, up and down, and that's it. So awesome rest. This thing comes in at $70, which is absolutely amazing. So if you're looking to cut, that's a big cut. So most rests out there are roughly on the low end $130. So this is $50 savings, which I think is pretty big. And you're getting a top-notch rest for that kind of money, which is really cool. Again, got to see this rest up close, shot it quite a bit at ATA. It's well made, super quiet, and it's an awesome rest. That's pretty much all I can say about it. So next we have actually the rest I put on my Prime last year. So brand new to me, I wanted to totally switch things up, try something completely different, and that's what I did. So I went with the Apex Gear Covert. So this year the Covert is, I don't want to say totally redesigned because it looks just like last year, but was redesigned with independent micro-adjustable and elevation windage. The benefits are much more simpler for precise, simpler tuning. It has hammer release technology, which means the launcher maintains a continuous height before and while the bow is drawn. So I've done this both ways, which more often than not, I will put the launcher up in the vertical position and then draw my bow. But I did play with it with the other way as well in practice, drawing it. One thing about the Covert that I will say, which compared to like previously when I had older models of the Ultra Rest, it does not pull or drag when you pull it back to put the launcher up. It is so smooth and forgiving, it's unbelievable. So that I thought was really cool, but it also won't allow the rest to drop down when the bow is let down, which I think is important. I like that quite a bit. The launcher delayed drop ensures maximum arrow support, which is awesome, and again, pretty much standard on every arrow rest now. So you're getting complete vein clearance. The Coverts, which is really nice compared to a lot of these, it has a really cool ergonomic thumb level that you activate at will. So, flip it up when you want, you hit it with your thumb, and your launcher goes up. But it is kind of in the perfect position and just a little bit, just slightly different than some that are on the outside. It's on the inside, but you hit it and it goes up very easy. And it also has really cool inserts on the launcher, so you can unscrew them and change 5 different colors for whatever your preference is. However you got your bow rigged out, you might have it with the fluorescent orange or a green or a yellow, and you can kind of trick it out to match the rest of your bow, which is really cool as well. But I had great success with that rest last year, and this year's rig, whatever, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I would definitely buy another Apex Gear Covert. I've really enjoyed shooting it, and the price point is $123, so which is really awesome. It's a very good rest, and like I said, I really can't say enough about it. I definitely would shoot it again. So, all right, we're going to do one more, and this is an oldie but goodie. This is a APA Archery Safari Traditional. So this thing is like a finger shooter's dream, and it's kind of like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a full containment rest. So it's kind of like a whisker biscuit type of deal. It's not going to drop away. It's not going to do anything fancy, but there's no option to fail. But APA has been making this rest for forever, and it rocks in at $31. So you could put this on any bow, a backup bow, children's bow, first timers, perfect for youth, women. But it's just very simple design. It's incredibly lightweight design. Like I said, very universal to fit most of any bow out there. One simple setup screw lets the shooter adjust both the windage and elevation with the rest, and what you see is basically what you get out of it. Super simple design, works, bare minimum mechanics. I know there's a few guys I know that absolutely love that type of stuff, which means, again, less can go wrong. When less goes wrong, lots of times, it's all about confidence. So if you can ensure that rest is never going to go wrong, all you have is one setup screw, you have basically nothing ever to worry about, and especially at $31. So, but all right, guys, I think that's it for this week. We're going to do, like I said, the guide series, kind of, trick out or bow series for the next couple weeks on and off. Maybe the next go round we'll hit up some sites and go from there. But hope you guys have a great Friday by the time this comes out. And as always, make sure you check us out on the Pod Bros Network, Outdoor Podcast Channel, iTunes. Make sure you leave us a review. I don't ask very often, but leave us a 5-star review. It helps the show get out to others. And you guys have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.